50% of your grade in this course is going to come on a portfolio called the production portfolio. This is a really key part of the course, and I owe you a justification for why I'm doing portfolio grading. I know that it can be a very anxiety-producing thing for students, and so this video is going to explain the advantages of that and exactly why I am doing it. In education, there are generally two types of portfolios: a product portfolio and a learning portfolio. In the former, students produce work and then collect it in a portfolio, and the instructor evaluates the final products based on the successfulness of those products. In the latter, a learning portfolio, the instructor is evaluating a student's learning. Where did they come into the course, and what did they achieve in terms of the course goals? And this portfolio is a learning portfolio. Despite the fact that it's called a production portfolio, the focus here is on what you've learned in the course, in particular the kinds of evidence you can show me for the fact that you've learned things about document design throughout this course. There are several reasons I believe strongly in this portfolio. The first is that it gives you an opportunity to revise your work based on what you've learned throughout the course. So this will result in higher grades across the board, because if you come into the course as a weak or inexperienced designer, then without a portfolio, you would almost certainly be receiving low grades. Second, the portfolio is meant to capture your design process. And so, for instance, if you are a really good sketcher, that might not come through in your final designs, and if I was only grading your final designs, then that aspect of your skill gets completely lost. However, that would absolutely be visible in your portfolio. Third, you can eliminate one of your production assignments in the portfolio and not include it at all. And this is really important because occasionally you'll be working on a design, and no matter what you do, you'll continue to reach dead ends and it will ultimately just fall flat. I'm an experienced visual designer, and I still encounter that kind of problem with some regularity. So it's important that you have an opportunity to fail at an assignment and have it not affect your grade in the slightest. Fourth, the portfolio also captures your in-class work, because you're going to be doing a lot of smaller activities and designs throughout the course in class. And the portfolio will include 3 of these designs and will allow you to demonstrate your skill not just through those final assignments, but through that in-class work. Finally, the portfolio also includes 2 reflective memos, and this will allow you an opportunity to talk through your work as a designer. Oftentimes, the strongest designers are not the most thoughtful designers, and the most thoughtful designers are not necessarily the strongest designers. And this is something that I will be looking for in your portfolios, is how thoughtful of a designer you are. And so again, the portfolio gives you an opportunity to demonstrate a different kind of skill set and way of thinking about your work as a designer. So, while I know that a portfolio can be anxiety producing, not just when you're turning it in at the end of the course, but earlier in the course when you're doing lots of hard work and not receiving grades, I hope that you can see the value of the portfolio here. As I've said in Blackboard, if you are ever concerned about how you're doing in the course, you can always talk to me, and I'm happy to explain to you how things are going and help you have a sense of where you're at in the course. Everything else about the portfolio is simply details, and those are in the assignment prompt in Blackboard, so please read that assignment prompt thoroughly so you have an understanding of what's expected for you for the portfolio. As with everything else, if you have any questions whatsoever about the portfolio, please ask me and I'm happy to help.